Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Lots of people have been drawing lines to the WWE Battleground pay-per-view coming up here on Sunday on the WWE Network. Lots of people are saying that Undertaker is going to be making his return. We haven't seen Undertaker since WrestleMania 31, but definitely since WrestleMania 30, we've seen Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman poking the bear of The Undertaker, basically rubbing in the fact that at WrestleMania 30, it was Brock Lesnar that came in there and defeated the streak. Lots of people have said that WWE, Vince McMahon mostly, defeated the streak for the reason that they needed some hype. Maybe there were people out there that didn't subscribe to the WWE Network, and seeing how WrestleMania 30 was live on the network, but also immediately went into the on-demand section where you could watch it anytime. People might sign up for the network just to see this match and see Undertaker lose at WrestleMania, something that we never thought we would ever see. We saw Undertaker go up against Jimmy Snuka, Jake the Snake Roberts, but mostly the matches against Edge, Batista, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk. These are the matches that we really thought, like, maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year something's really going to happen. Definitely the Michaels years, definitely the Triple H years. You can say what you want to, but when Triple H picked up Undertaker and hit that tombstone, you thought it was over just like I did. But, in the last few weeks, especially Monday Night Raw, we saw Paul Heyman talk about the family lineage of Kane and Undertaker, basically saying that Kane was Undertaker's baby brother. Everybody knows the storyline. This is one of the storylines that WWE has never changed paths on. Even Kane, they went and had an author write a story of the life of Kane, basically being the Bible for what this storyline is between Undertaker, Paul Bear, Undertaker's mom, Kane. This is something that you really can't sway around. Lots of times we've seen brother storylines just sort of semi-dropped and never brought up ever again. But we've seen Undertaker and Kane fight as the brothers of destruction. We've seen them fight each other, but they always have that common bond. They always have that common line of respect that if you mess with one of us and the other needs help, the other one's going to be there. We saw basically building up to, I believe, the WrestleMania 15 match, which was Undertaker versus Kane. I can't remember who was poking the bear of Kane, but it was Undertaker that came in and made the save, only for them to start fighting once the fight was over. But it's just the way that families work. I might be able to pick on my brother and I might be able to beat him up, but, you come in and you start any trouble with my brother, I'm going to be there, and we're going to have words and we're going to have problems. At the end of Monday Night Raw, we had Brock Lesnar picking up the steps and breaking Kane's leg, and then we even had, Seth Rollins to add on to injury, running over and kicking Kane as he was kicking him out of the Authority, basically saying that he was to go fight Brock Lesnar on his own. I don't really know how Undertaker fits into this with Kane, but some people are drawing this line, basically saying that Undertaker and Kane will come up to cause disruption in the Battleground main event of Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. In my opinion, I don't think they're putting the championship back on Brock, so I have to find some way for Seth Rollins to be able to escape with this championship. And I don't know if one thing leads to another, where basically Undertaker wants to fight Brock Lesnar and get a way to make WrestleMania 32 Brock versus Taker to somehow find the avenge of the loss at WrestleMania 30, why he wouldn't go after him for WrestleMania 31. I know that he was the champion, but easily if he wanted a shot at Lesnar, he just could have showed up at the Rumble and at least tried to win to get that guaranteed shot against him. Now that Lesnar doesn't have the championship, maybe he'll do the Shawn Michaels route, when Michaels was trying to get the rematch against Taker. He showed up at the Elimination Chamber. Well, he first showed up at the Rumble, and he made it his goal that he was going to win that match because he wanted the match against Taker so bad. And then after he was eliminated, he had his flip out moment, and he showed up into a match that he wasn't even invited to at the Elimination Chamber, giving the sweet chin music to The Undertaker, knocking him out. Chris Jericho pins him. Jericho becomes the World Heavyweight Champion. He would go on to have a match against Edge, who won the Royal Rumble. Then Taker is so pissed off that he finally agrees to the match against Shawn Michaels, but he puts the stipulation in there of, it's the streak versus your career, and that's the only way that this match is going to happen. So that was a fun run, but I don't know, does Triple H, not Triple H, Triple H, I don't know how he's sort of in the mix for this match. It's so big, but some people are saying that Rollins is going to escape and he's going to have to fight Triple H for basically what happened with J&J Security and Kane being hurt and this sort of protection that's around him. But does Undertaker and Kane come down to avenge, the breaking of the leg? They, beat up Lesnar, which makes it where Rollins will escape with the championship. And then, Brock is so mad about losing his chance to go after the title. Maybe, Brock goes into a storyline where he's going to fight Kane, but that's only going to prolong it until we get to Brock versus Taker at WrestleMania 32. I don't know, but I didn't really think that in July I would get my heart start pumping about WrestleMania 32. But, it's supposed to be the big one. It's supposed to be the granddaddy of them all. So let's see what happens. Everybody's waiting for Battleground. I'm going to be pumped. You should too.